It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints' electric quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. London brought in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself. Their rookie quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Once again, it's Miller.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Second down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
really big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have the Saints first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The open receiver is Dotson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Miller. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down. Raheem Morris consults.
Previous play is under review.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. The ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The PAT, up and good. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
By Carl Anderson. It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 20-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. 3rd and long.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. This one is caught by Dodson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Back to the air once more on second down. That one incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. And he's going to have a Saints first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards off the play. And the Saints first down.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll run. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Miller. That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's Miller, and he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Saints move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Slot man in motion right. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he is on to punt for Atlanta. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A throw left side there, not gonna find the target. Incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. This one is brought in by Jarrett. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down.
Personal foul.
Big call
Roughing the
here.
passer.
It was
Defense.
third down. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run here with Miller. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Elliott. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. We'll try and run here with Miller. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. It's the quarterback with a sneak, and he is going to have the Saints first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Miller. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Can the defense do it again? From the 1. Third down now, and goal. They'll run, and it's Miller. And this time, he's in. Kendre Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. The Saints will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime with the visiting Saints in front, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL. It's the first half of the season, but as you can see, he's already leading the league in passing yardage. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Miller. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's Miller. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have a Saints first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. They'll throw out of the gun. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Throwing now from the gun. And that is not going to work. incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught. Ray McCloud. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good for the Falcons.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. The throw on the run is complete.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Let's operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. In trouble, and down he goes. The Saints will punt this one away. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Penix.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends...
Oh, he is going to be swarmed under, met in the end zone. It's a safety. And that is the last thing you want to do, Greg. When you have the ball on offense in your hands and the other team gets points, it is 2 with a safety there.
And it's really a rare play in the NFL, Mike. We just don't see it very often. So anytime a defense gets to run off the field celebrating, getting an easy 2 points, they'll take it.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
On the give, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run up the middle with Miller. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. On 1st and 10, it's Miller. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we gotta get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the 2nd half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs.
Falcons, 1st down. First and 10 at the 40.
Again, it's Penix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They'll throw now 3rd and forever. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Roll! Hey! Check that.
They'll try to throw it with Penix. He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Miller. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Miller. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. That is now 6 consecutive victories. They are making it look easy out there as they continue their winning ways. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.